This is Shawn Irwin, your youth director with Darts Ontario. Welcome to episode 8 of Darts Ontario Let's Talk Darts. I wanted to talk to our youth players from past and present to see how they got into darts and their story. Thank you to our sponsor, SSS Canada, for all their support in the Darts Ontario organization. Go to their Facebook page to see the high-quality custom dart shirts, which you can order for your team or individually. I'm with Darts Ontario Tyke doubles champion and junior female singles runner-up, and also 2020 Team Ontario member Emma Plamondon of the Niagara Youth Dart League. Thank you for taking the time to answer some questions so the dart community can get to know more about Emma Plamondon. So how are you doing today, Emma?
I'm doing good.
Yeah,
You?
that's good. I'm doing great, thanks. So how did you get started at playing darts, and how old were you when you started?
I got started playing darts when I was 7 years old because my cousin played darts on Team Niagara when I was like 7, so I started when I was 7 years old.
And who is your cousin?
My cousin Ian, he doesn't play anymore because he graduated.
Oh, yes. And who inspired you to play competitively?
Probably my cousin because he got me into darts.
Yeah. Now, when did you join the Niagara Youth Dart League? It was Meriton before that.
Yeah, I started when I was 7, so I was in grade 2 at the time.
You started in a league very young.
Yeah.
Now, how often do you practice darts during the season and during the off season as well?
During the season, I probably practice every day, maybe for an hour or two. And during the off season, I play every weekend, maybe 4 or 5 hours.
So you're keeping the darts up through the off season. That's good.
Yeah.
So we know practicing is never as fun as a real game, but how do you make practicing fun for you?
There's certain games that are fun. Like we sometimes play Killer, which is a fun game.
Yeah. Now, how do you get yourself focused? You got a big match coming up, and you've played some big matches in the last year or so. How do you get yourself focused and get ready for that game?
Usually I play 121 or 170 or practice some of my doubles before I play so I can hit them.
Now, we know darts is a very emotional game, and while you're up there playing that big match, how do you control your emotions during the game?
I basically just hide my emotions. Like, you can maybe see it. Like, I can have a little bit of tears in my eye. But yeah.
Yeah. Now, what's the best part of competing in darts for you, and what's the most important part of the game?
The best part of competing is meeting new people and playing new people. And what was the other question?
What's the most important part of the game for you?
The most important probably has to be hitting your doubles and getting on and out. Because you'd want to be on and out to finish a game.
It's a lot of fun competing in the tournaments, but in the end, your goal is always to win, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now, after a good performance and the match is over, what's the one thing you like to do?
I like to shake hands or fist bump. And sometimes, can't think of the word.
Is there somebody you like to see after a game?
I usually go to Debbie or Bruce.
If your match doesn't go well, because we know we don't always win, how do you stay focused and concentrate on that next match?
I just forget about my last match. If I lost, I just forget about it and just move on. And
Well, we really have to think about right now and not the past. So good for you.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your Provincials history. So in 2018, you came first in your zones. In 2019, top four. And in 2020, you came first in your zones. At Provincials 2020, you're on stage for the Tyke shoot. And you and your partner, Devin Comerford, won the Darts Ontario Tyke Championship. Tell us about winning the Western Tyke Championship in Brantford, then playing on stage against the Oshawa team, Ethan Marshall and Mason Dempsey.
It was actually an awesome experience to play on stage with the Eastern Type champions because like they're really good shots.
And how was the experience in Brantford winning the Western Tyke, knowing that, hey, I'm going to be on stage now?
It was I was kind of nervous to like go on stage for my first time, but
Well, you did very well, and you took the title with your partner, so good for you.
yeah.
Now, in 2020 was the first year making it to the knockout round in the junior female singles. But not only that, you made it to the stage and finished runner-up and made Team Ontario. Tell us about the experience throughout the knockout rounds and on stage playing the two-time Team Ontario member, Stephanie Snow-Lee.
Oh, I sucked during knockout round. Like I don't even remember what I shot. Like I kept shooting like 50s or 20s. Like that. Like I shot like crap during knockout. Because my eye kind of hurted. Like it got all watery and I kept rubbing it like all day. So that was not good.
So you struggled during the knockout round, but you still went all the way to the finals. And how was it being on stage against Stephanie?
It was good. Like not my best, but like I could do better.
Well, you can always set your goals for next year, but the two of you would have been a force to be reckoned with at nationals, I'm sure. But it didn't happen. So hopefully we can set our goals and go to nationals next year.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, what are your goals for next year and how are you going to work towards your goals?
I'm going to practice more and maybe do some more online leagues and play in more tournaments. And
So
practice my doubles and finishes a little more.
good. And you're doing some online darts now, are you?
Yeah.
Now, in the game of darts, we all must become an expert in our head at calculating. You're standing at the line and you need to know what to shoot for. How have you become so good at calculating in your head?
Okay, so there's a story for this. Last summer, the 2019 summer, I decided to like practice more because I wanted to make Team Ontario. So every weekend I'd practice 4 or 5 hours and like all my doubles and finishes, and I played 5-on-1 by myself to like help me get better. And then I learned all of my outs to win a game.
Well, you came a long way in the last year with practicing a lot and you played in some other tournaments. Tell us about some of your success in other tournaments besides the provincials.
Oh, um, there's a lot of tournaments I placed in, so.
Now, you played in the Cambridge tournament, the Find Apart tournament too, as well last year.
Yeah.
And how did you do with those tournaments?
In the find apart, I did good. Me and my partner, Shawn Hill, got runners up for doubles. Then I got not knocked out, but I didn't make it out of my section for singles. And then in Cambridge, I got top 4 in singles and top 4 in doubles and second for mixed triples. I'm
Well,
pretty sure it was.
you did very well. Now, what's the one thing in the game of darts that you need to improve on? We all are learning and improving ourselves, but what's the one thing you know you need to improve on?
I need to slow down because I shoot really fast.
Well, that's a good advice for yourself and for many others as well. Now, who are some of your biggest supporters in darts?
My mom, my dad, my friends, Bruce, Debbie, Lisa, and Jamie.
Well, you've got a lot of support, a lot of fans cheering you on and family, so good for you.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a favorite opponent you love to play against? And if there's one player in the world you'd love to play against, who would that be and why?
I like playing against Bruce Davy because like he teaches me new stuff every time I play or verse him. And I would love to verse Peter Wright because he's my favorite dart player.
Yeah, he's played some good darts, and Bruce knows so much about darts, and he's been to nationals many times, so you had a good coach there for sure. Now, do you play any other sports?
I play a lot of school sports. Like I'll sign up for anything at school.
Now, what other hobbies do you have besides darts or other sports?
I like watching Netflix and I like hanging out with some of my friends.
Anything particular you're enjoying on Netflix these days?
No.
Just everything.
Yeah.
Now, I've spoken to Braden and Trey, who are also from your league and who also made the team this year. So much great success over the years from the league. Talk to us about your leaders and how they helped you develop in the person and player you are today. You mentioned about Bruce, who's helped you quite a bit. So how about your other leaders and everybody? How have they helped you?
Lisa, Jamie, and Debbie all helped me during the years because like I used to be like really small. So I had to like develop my shooting and all that and learning my outs.
So they've really helped you throughout the whole game of darts and help you improve.
Yeah.
Now, is there any other highlights of darts before this year's provincials that you can think of?
I played good in the Ontario Youth Open. I'm pretty sure that was the best tournament. I like showed in because I got runner up in singles and runner up in doubles.
You did very well that tournament. You really made a name for yourself. And I think a lot of young ladies were waiting to see what happens at provincials to play you. So
Yeah.
great job on that. So as we wrap this up, is there any advice that you can give to other youth players to follow your footsteps as they try and make the stage as well?
You should just practice and learn like all of your outs. Like practice more, maybe like 1 or 2 hours a day on your outs and finishes, how to like win a game.
Well, that's some good advice, and thank you so much. As we, go through all these questions, and hopefully yourself will improve, and others that watch this will improve as well. As lots of great advice. So thank you, Emma, for taking the time to talk to us, and good luck in reaching your goals. Hopefully, we see you at some tournaments and provincials next year.
Bye.
All right, thank you. Bye now. That was great talking to Emma. That young lady has come a long way in such a short time. Very proud of her. Make sure you go to our website at www.dartsontario.ca to find out more information about our organization, and make sure you go to our Facebook page and like it to get all the recent updates. Are you a current or former member of the youth program of Darts Ontario? If you'd like to be on one of our episodes, please email me at youth@dartsontario.com. This is Shawn Irwin, your youth director with Darts Ontario, and please make sure you check out our next interview on episode 9 of Darts Ontario Let's Talk Darts. Now that we've heard from the 8 team members of 2020, there's going to be full of surprises in the upcoming episodes. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.